Cuba is facing one of its worst energy crises in years, with rolling blackouts affecting more than half the island after fresh pressure from Donald Trump targeted countries supplying oil to Cuba. Venezuelan shipments linked to Nicolas Maduro have stopped, Mexico has cut exports, and Havana says it has received no foreign oil since December, leaving airports short of jet fuel and the economy under severe strain. As the fuel shortage disrupted aviation, Moscow organized 9 export flights from Varadero, Havana, Cayo Coco, and Holguin, bringing nearly 4,300 Russian tourists back home. Tour operators suspended new sales after Cuban authorities warned they could not guarantee fuel for incoming aircraft, forcing Russia to secure its citizens even as the crisis deepened. In Moscow, Russian President Vladimir Putin met Cuban Foreign Minister Bruno Rodríguez and publicly rejected the new U.S. sanctions, making clear that Russia does not accept Washington's tightening blockade. The Kremlin signaled political solidarity with Havana and indicated it is examining options for assistance as the island struggles with energy collapse.
We know how difficult it has been for the Cuban people all these years, all these decades of Cuban independence, fighting for their right to live by their own rules and defend their national interests. And now we are in a special period with new sanctions. You know how we feel about this. We will not accept anything of the sort, and the position of our Ministry of Foreign Affairs is open, clear, and unambiguous.
On the streets of Havana, the crisis is visible in daily life, with neighborhoods plunged into darkness and residents relying on battery-powered open-air cinema screenings organized by the Instituto Cubano del Arte e Industria Cinematográficos. Many locals directly blame the U.S. blockade for the worsening power cuts and economic hardship.
The issue of the electricity problem, which always has to be clarified, the power outages are because of the blockade. And so we have had to stop. That is, we stopped because of the blockade, because otherwise this would have continued. And now it has resumed with this screen that is self-managed because it has 6 hours of power. But this is already a project that the Instituto Cubano del Arte e Industria Cinematográficos, ICAIC, started days ago. What did we do? We set it up on Fridays and Saturdays, depending on the blackout schedule. Now the situation has worsened because of the blockade. I do not get tired of repeating it, so we had to stop. But today we resumed.
While Russia has completed the evacuation of its tourists, it has simultaneously hardened its diplomatic stance, signaling that it will stand by Cuba despite U.S. pressure. With fuel shortages paralyzing the island and Moscow openly rejecting the sanctions regime, the Caribbean is once again emerging as a geopolitical flashpoint between major powers.